A very beautiful day with a very beautiful lady, Ayesha Noorani. She's founder of Dachi. So, welcome Ayesha to 101.
Thank you.
Ayesha, we would like to start this conversation with your personal profile.
I'm an architect by profession, mother of three, and in fact, I did my professional studies after I got married and had two kids. So I joined NCA. Basically, I'm from Karachi, but after marriage, I moved to Lahore. And this thing has been, like a bug in my head that I should do this. And I was very attracted towards crafts rather than art with a signature because the work speaks for itself. And I really wish our craftsmen and our crafts should be promoted at a level where it is being promoted in other countries. So I have visited a lot of art villages around the world, and it was my dream to start something like this. So I've been teaching at NCA for a decade, and I knew how to gel an idea into a project, and I found this to be my calling.
So let's talk about Dachi now, specifically. So how did the idea of Dachi generate?
Like I mentioned, it was a bug in my head, sort of urging me to go on with it. And the people I talked to, especially my family, especially my husband, he thought it was an enormous project and I won't be able to handle it. But anyway, just went ahead with it.
At the start of Dachi, obviously, you must have gone through some hardships, and it must not be that easy as it sounds today.
Yes, but each bad experience was a learning experience for us, and we learned a lot because the first exhibition which we had in the open air, we went at a loss of about 7.5 lakh rupees, and that made us, learn a lot of lessons. But subsequently, if you keep your niyat straight and do it for the people, and the help from Allah, it does come your way.
So what is the driving force behind it? What is the philosophy of Dachi?
I like to be counted as an Ashik Rasool, and this project is dedicated to Apne Huzoor Sallallahu, and we wish to be called as one of his ummati. So that's the driving force behind it.
So it's such a beautiful cause that you're working for, and obviously.
But at least I could only give my input into certain areas. Obviously, not the whole teaching of a prophet. What I focus now on is number one, income earning opportunities for our craftsmen and entrepreneurs. The next thing that we are focusing on is a sustainable lifestyle in terms of the environment, because I have been in the profession of architecture, and I see how much rubble is created by demolishing a room also. So we want something to construct it out of something which amalgamates with the earth after it's run its life. So that was another focus. Then we wanted to focus on health. So nothing detrimental to health will be, available at Dachi. The third thing which we wanted to focus was economic sustainability. That people should be able to make a livelihood, and Dachi should be the platform on which they would do it.
So at the moment, I just want to know, now Dachi made a name, and in the COVID time period, you couldn't come up with the exhibitions, and obviously the Dachi was also couldn't do anything. So what are the future projects now? When Dachi is coming now?
We, at least till this COVID situation is around, we don't want to take chances with anything, because 3 times we planned during this period. We planned, the government allowed us to hold our exhibition, but at the last minute, after the craftsmen had prepared the stuff, it was stopped. So we tried to support our craftsmen who basically were left with nothing. So we dispersed it reached out to about 500 families and gave them some amount to tie them.
So it's a beautiful cause, the philanthropist that you're working for. I just want to know that now you're working on Dachi Nagar.
Ji.
So can we just talk about Dachi Nagar?
See, basically the components are the Dachi Nagar is the village, and Bazaar-e-Karigram is the craft shops, which has about 52 stalls. Then we have the eatery, which is Dachi Tuamga, and we have a Babe Daroon, which is a 12-sided polygon, and the walls of it, which will be illustrated by Mantak al-Tair, which is the epic poem of Fariduddin Attar. And most of our students also do not know about it. So we want them to be interested in our literature and our heritage, so that they feel proud of it. So when it was written by in Persian language by Fariduddin Attar, it was translated into 17 languages, and most of our students don't even know about it. So our focus is also our younger generation, who we wish to inculcate a sense of pride in their identity as Muslims and Pakistanis. So that is our mission also.
So let's talk about out of Dachi now, I would say. So what makes you happy? There are some questions which are out of the box.
What makes
more about
me happy?
Yeah.
Number one, I think doing something good, like after an event, the number of participants who leave और हमें इतनी दुआएं देके जाते हैं, तो the tiredness of a week-long event, it just vanishes.
What is success to you?
Huh?
What is success to you?
I think to be accepted by Allah as working in His cause.
So if I see the Dachi gives a huge footfall, I would say, and usually, there are more than 15,000, about 15,000 crowd. So how did you get all this?
I think with the help of Allah.
How it was easy to do?
Because we went step by step. See, even if the pitfalls are there, and even if you make a loss, you have to be persistent and keep your niyat straight, that we are doing it for the cause of Allah, and He would help us. But that was the driving force for me and our team, of course, because it's not a one-person event. The whole team gathers to help us out. So that's how we go.
Any message that you would like to give to the women today?
I would like to find your calling in this earth. It's most important. And not really materialism, but find a cause which is beneficial to the greater humanity. That will, I suppose, in your twilight years, especially when you have more things in your time in your hand, that is the most satisfying.
I had such a beautiful conversation, and you're such a beautiful person, not from inside, but from outside too, I would say. So thank you very much for coming and joining us today, and I would pray कि आप इसी तरह काम करते रहो. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much. It was really